So, hey YouTube, I know it's been a little minute since you guys have seen me. There's been a lot going on in my life. Um, well, first off, I'll start by saying that, as many of you know, that I was trying to get a second job and I ended up getting one, and I got hurt on the job. And they actually let me go while I was still in workers' comp. I actually ended up hurting my knee really bad. Going to doctors, stuff like that. Still trying to get a knee brace for it and things of that nature. I've just been kind of going through life. There's been some ups, there's been some downs. But more recently, it's been a little bit down emotionally for me. I'm not sure what started it, but, well, actually, I'm sure what started it. I haven't been quite the same since my Grammy passed away. I've been really, like, struggling with it, like, a lot. And I just been feeling like the people in my life deserve better and stuff like that. And I've been having really, like, dark thoughts, and I've been trying to counteract them by doing positive things, by speaking positively into my life and trying to do positive. And this time it's really hard to shake. And I was on Instagram and I started seeing people talking about, like, mental health for people of color, especially in the Black community, because for some reason we act like it doesn't exist, or it's not a big deal, or things like that don't happen to us, or it's white people problems, and it's not. We get depressed, we have anxiety, we have stress, just like anyone else, no matter what skin color we are. And I can attest to that because I've been through all those things. I have attempted suicide once when I was younger, and I don't want to go back down that road, but I do know that I need to talk to somebody about what's going on. And I'm at a point in my life where everybody has a life, and everybody's busy, and I don't want anybody to feel bad, for doing what they feel is best for them, But it's also this feeling of feeling like I'm alone, like I'm isolated, like nobody sees me, like I'm invisible. And all of this is just me trying to work through the cloud that is literally hanging over my head. It's been there for like about 2 weeks now. I've been trying to really shake it this time. Like, normally I'll feel the cloud coming and she's here for a couple days and she goes on, but this time the cloud won't necessarily give up, and I'm stuck at a crossroad because I'm at a crossroad of, sometimes I feel like my family and friends deserve better, but I'm also at a crossroad of, I know that my Grammy wouldn't necessarily want me to feel this way or do the things that are going across my mind. And my mom and all these people are the reason why I'm trying to pull myself back. I'm trying to pull myself off the ledge, It's just hard. And I've been trying to work through all these things that happened when I was younger. And more recently, it's just sometimes I definitely feel like I need therapy, for sure. I did it when I was younger. I haven't done it since. But I feel like I need to go back. There's just something inside of me that feels like I need to talk to someone besides myself, or my friends, And I probably don't tell all my friends what's going on because I just want them to be happy and not worry, you know? And I know it's like they love me and they care, and I appreciate that, but I'm literally sitting on the floor in my apartment because I just wanted to feel like grounded, if that makes sense. Like, felt like I was having my own personal little earthquake or something, like I was just drifting through, you know? I know that I am not the only person who goes through this or feels this way. And right now, I wish I had some advice to help, but I don't. I feel like I'm actually the one who needs the advice right now. I'm just like really struggling. So, hey everybody. So I wanted to come by super quick because I just got home from like a job interview or whatever. But I did want to update you guys about the video I made. You will see the clip right before this one, the video right before this one. That was a few days ago. Now I just want to update you guys because I know different people are struggling with different things. So I did want to come by and talk to you guys for a second, okay? So first off, I want to point out and say that yes, I am still going through the motions of just getting better and trying to, you'll hear a scar in the background, trying to get better and accept things that are hard in life and trying to stay afloat, I should say. Now, granted, I have an amazing support system. I have 3 people who I mainly call on. My mom, Erica, and Teo. They're the main people that are pretty much holding me together most of the time when I fall apart as hard as I did a few days ago. I actually didn't tell my mom about this time because I didn't want her to get upset. I haven't talked to her yet as of right now of recording this video, but I do plan to talk to her tomorrow about it so we can just like have a discussion. Me and my mom are very close. So this is really hard for me not to even tell her right now, you know? So I just don't want her to hurt. I don't want her to be like devastated that I'm depressed again, you know? But I also want to talk to people who feel like there's no other way out. As you can see, I have my down days. I have my up days. More recently, the down days were really rough. I was feeling awful for about 2 weeks. I just had this dark cloud over me. I couldn't shake it. I tried to do everything in my power. So I started to succumb to the dark cloud, and things got really, really, really dark. Like really dark for me. I couldn't stop crying, like at one point for about 24 hours. I was just like getting up, crying, trying to go to sleep. I couldn't sleep because I felt like a hole inside of me. And there is someone out there who understands exactly what I'm saying. They're probably going through it right now. But maybe they might not have a support system. First off, I want to say that please don't give up. Like, please don't give up. I know sometimes it seems like life is so overwhelming and so dark that the only way out is down, you know? But honestly, the only way out is through. And it sounds so cliche, but it's honestly the truth. Like, just don't give up. Like, if you have nobody supporting you or telling you that they don't want you to give up, I'm telling you, I don't want you to give up. I don't care what you do. I don't care who you are. Just don't give up. You know what I mean? It's important that when we're in these moments, like this dark moments, either we go to our support system, or if we don't have any, call a suicide hotline number. They're always talking. They'll sit there with you for however long. They won't rush you. They won't make you feel stupid. They won't make you feel like, why did you even call? They'll just comfort you and be there for you if you don't have anyone to talk to. And I know sometimes it's hard because people are busy. Things happen, you know, just time and distance can be a thing for some people as well. So just don't give up. Don't lose hope. Don't think no one cares, because people do care, you know? It's just like, especially with all this, unfortunately, suicide going on, especially with more famous people, like Kate Spade recently passed, and Anthony Bourdain. So it's just a time where we need to be so kind to each other, you know? Especially if you have someone you know going through it, just be kind to them. If you're going through it, be kind to yourself. Just words mean things, in the words of Sis Crystal. Words mean things. And it's very important for you to watch how you speak to somebody while they're going through a hard time. That can make or break everything for them. So I'm coming to you now. If someone has ever made you feel like they wasn't there when you needed them, I'm here. I understand. I get it. So just don't give up. Don't lose hope. And I know you're going to hear all these cliche things, but God, it does get better. It really does. Like, I had to take my 2 weeks to go into the darkness to realize that there was so much light around me. I have these amazing people. They're beyond friends, in my opinion. They're more like family. Amazing people in my life, and I just am blessed to have them, because honest to God, like, if I didn't, I probably would have done something awful. And it was like a dark to the point where I can honestly say that I don't feel proud of it, but I did Google the most painless way to kill myself. And I started looking for like homes for my cats, I just started to feel really hopeless. I started to feel like there was no point in me being here. I started to feel like people would be better off without me. And I'm still dealing with my Grammy's death. I'm still grieving hard about it sometimes. And I want you to know that if you understand or can relate to anything I just said, just hold on tight, Just hold on to something, to someone, And if there's nobody there reaching their hand out for you, I'm reaching my hand out to you, And that's another thing too, like, especially in the Black community, it's almost taboo to talk about mental health and suicide. I can't remember his name right now, but the young man from Queen Sugar, he's actually making a documentary about mental health in the Black community. And I think it's very important for that to be a thing, because I'm not going to say me, but people in the community act like it's not real, like it doesn't exist. Like, we'll say, like, when I was growing up and stuff, I had 2 of my family members commit suicide. And I feel like people still try to play it off like, oh, they should have came and talked to somebody, or they should have been there, or da-da-da-da, and try to make it seem like it wasn't such a big deal, But you know how much of a dark space you have to be in to think about taking your own life? Like, do you know how deep you are in that hole? And do you understand that sometimes you just want somebody to come and put their hand out and help you up, And it's almost like, the best way I can explain it is, depression feels like to me, say I'm in a hole, right? Like in the ground, and they're like, get out. But I don't have a ladder. I don't have a shovel. I don't have a stool. I don't have anything to help me. And I'm trying to climb up, but it keeps sliding down. And dirt keeps falling on top of me. And I keep dropping to the ground. And I feel like, well, why don't I just give up and get buried? You know what I'm saying? But one day, you're going to start to really dig your heels and hands into the dirt and climb up. It could be with assistance. It could be by yourself. But one day, you're going to start to climb up. You just have You have to push through to that day. You just have to. I want people, especially in the Black community, to stop saying things like, well, you should just pray about it, or you should just have a drink, or it's not that big of a deal, get over it. I think that especially in our community, we should support each other even more. We've been through enough as people. We're still going through a lot as people. It's really hard. Life is really hard. We're not exempt from that because we're Black. You know what I'm saying? Even more susceptible to it because we are. But I just feel like any person in general who goes through suicidal thoughts, you know what I'm saying? But I can only speak about the community I'm in, which is, being Black. So it's just like, I need us to support each other more. I need us to be more understanding. I need us to be more like reliable for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody tell you they're depressed and they're sad and they don't know why and they can't figure it out, or they know why and they just really can't seem to get out that hole, don't make them feel stupid for saying that. Don't make them feel bad for feeling that way. Don't be like, oh, get over it, or just go have a drink, you'll be fine, or pray about it. Like, honestly, you guys know I believe in God, and I'm not going to get into the whole spiel, but God is not 7-Eleven. You know what I'm trying to say? You can't just get out your car and go into the store and buy something. It's kind of like God works in his own time. So sometimes you need somebody right there, right now, or else shit could get real. Like, just to be honest, it could get real. And, sometimes God creates these situations so we can learn from them in a way, So it's just like, if somebody comes to you and they're hurting and you see they're hurting, do not brush them off. Please don't brush them off. Be supportive, be understanding, be kind, be gentle with them, And it's just like, whenever I get depressed, I always feel super fragile. Like nobody can touch me because I'll break into a million pieces. And, people make you feel dumb for feeling that way. They're like, oh my God, you're so dramatic. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. When people tell me I'm so dramatic, or they used to tell me when I was younger I was really dramatic. I had depression when I was a kid because I got bullied a lot. And I used to be like, I feel sad, and I don't know why. I didn't know it was depression. I just knew I felt really sad. And they'd be like, oh, you're so dramatic, And I was just like, okay, well, this is obviously me doing too much, And then when I got in my 20s, I was depressed as well again. I attempted suicide. And I think that's when people started to pay attention to the fact that I was really depressed. I think that it became real then. Like, they understood, like, how deep it was. It wasn't just me being dramatic anymore. It wasn't just me, making stuff up, It became real to them. Like, in my family, at least I could say, like, they were like, oh, well, maybe she's really depressed. Maybe she's going through some things on the inside. And I would really hate for you or someone you love to take it that far, for you to realize how deep it is for them. Suicide is it's just so sad to hear, and you never know how dark the room is somebody is in. And they could be like just searching for a light. Just searching through boxes, under the bed, everything in the dark. And they try to grab the light that they think they can get from you. And if you're not there to support them, they just might lock the door. And you don't want that, You don't want them to go that far. I don't want you to go that far if you're thinking about it, So I just came here to say, be kind, you guys. Be gentle with yourself, with other people. Always try to remember that everybody's battling their own demons, monsters, Freddy Krueger sometimes even. Just be nice and understand, if it was you would want somebody to be kind to you as well. You guys, I am going to leave the suicide hotline prevention number under this video as well. I don't really have anything funny or witty to say. I just really wanted to talk to you guys. I really wanted to talk to you guys about this because it's so close to home. Depression has come into my life when I was young, and I haven't found a way to curb it, to make it not so intense, and I'm literally searching for ways, outlets to make myself feel better when I feel that way. And right now, I can honestly say going to my support team has been a lifesaver, like a literal lifesaver. So, like, I want to say this to someone who is depressed, who is suicidal: you are enough. You matter. I hear you and I see you. And I hope that you can find the strength to grab the light. And I just really wish everybody the best. I really do. I'll talk to you guys later.